In the older days, parents used to lose their sons in war and they were proud to call themselves martyrs' parents. There is a new way to lose sons now, and metaphorically speaking, former Indian batsman Sanjay Bangar just faced the brunt of it. His son Aryan just changed his gender and now wishes to be called Anaya Bangar. Hello and welcome to Think for India. I'm your host Parish Gupta. Let's begin. Recently, Anaya shared a video on her Instagram profile documenting her journey after gender reassignment surgery. She said that in the 11 months after the hormone replacement, her dysphoria has gone down and her happiness has increased. Describing the change in her body, she acknowledged the loss of muscle mass and consequential strength. Before the transition, Anaya, who lives in Manchester, was an active male cricketer. She is now considering giving up on sports because, according to International Cricket Council rules, she falls under the category of trans athletes. ICC banned them in November 2023, while the English Cricket Board announced its decision to do so in October 2024. Many of you may be wondering why she decided to change her gender. Here is a brief explanation of the science behind it. Men and women are the two most prevalent sexes in the world, and each sex has its definitive character. Now, in our lives, we must have met some men who are more feminine in nature, while there are women who are more masculine in nature. Conventional observation is that both return to their natural roles in their late 20s and early 30s. We have all seen that. Remember Kajol's Anjali Sharma in Kuch Kuch Hota Hai? Contrary to natural resettling, what modern radical gender ideology does is that they take these kids to a social media echo chamber and tell them that they are born in the wrong body. So if they change their inner organs through surgical procedures, their mental health problems will go away. The problem is that there is no credible evidence linking improved mental health with gender change operations. But the quest for cheap dopamine and the thrill of something new is driving kids towards it. According to data released by the non-profit Do No Harm, more than 13,000 minor children went through gender reassignment surgery between 2019 to 2023 in the USA. And these are just the tip of the iceberg. The woke mind virus is a scourge in the USA, with victims going even to the extent of self-identifying themselves as cats, babies, handicapped people, transabled, and whatnot. Learning from the American experience, Europe has adopted a more cautious approach towards giving it to minors. This phenomena is prevalent in adults and has grabbed more headlines due to its immediate impact. There are professional male players like Leah Thomas, Fallon Fox, and Iman Khalif who have taken recourse to gender reassignment surgery in order to enhance their careers in sports. From being ranked as the 462 male athlete in the world as William Thomas, Leah Thomas quickly became the #1 ranked swimmer in the female category. The record she broke in the women's category is almost unparalleled. While Thomas broke records, fighters like Fallon Fox and Iman Khalif also broke skulls and other organs of their female competitors. The respective bodies of these sports were sitting down and clapping while a biological male was thrashing a biological woman. The pseudoscientific rationale behind the legality of such mayhem was that with surgery, a person's internal strength also shifts in accordance with the new gender. In January this year, the International Olympic Committee issued new guidelines removing the testosterone label-based eligibility criteria. This testosterone-based criteria was essential since male to female gender reassignment required 10 nanomoles per liter of testosterone label to be maintained for at least 12 months prior to the competition. While being scientifically irrational, it was absolutely rational decision for the woke people. The idea behind it was making sports an inclusive domain rather than last standing bastion of spirited but safe competition. The problem is so big that his son opting for a gender change operational forced the world's richest man, Elon Musk, to go deeper into the rabbit hole and decide to go something about it. A major plank of Donald Trump's recent campaign was putting an end to this woke mind virus. Meanwhile, in India, the situation is under control on the surface, but a lava is erupting underneath. In the 2014 National Legal Service Authority case, every individual was given the right to determine one's gender. In practical terms, it means that the sex assigned at birth can be voluntarily changed by an individual. Sympathetically speaking, it makes sense for a person who has not been able to develop characteristics in accordance with his/her birth gender. For people above 30, it makes pragmatic sense to change gender if they fail to act in accordance with the assigned one. But such instances are extremely rare, and people have gone through such operations. The problem is that India's entertainment industry, Bollywood, and others is trying to make it mainstream. Through social media, kids are being indoctrinated about it. Ironically, the maturity age in India is only 18, 7 years before the human brain fully develops. Any life-changing surgery on reproductive organs before it should not be the norm. In the end, stealing outgoing US President Joe Biden's views on abortion, we would want to say that gender reassignment surgery should be safe, legal, and rare.